I like the humble, I like the driven, I like the confidence that athletes should have. But I also like the fact that you don't put yourself up bigger than somebody else. You'll stop, talk to anybody, especially with kids, which, I mean, you align ourselves so much on that, how we treat our fans. That's what I mean. I mean, like, listen, you put effort into your fans. You put effort into a lot of the things that these guys kind of 180 on, which blows my mind. You get to the NBA, and then all of a sudden, these fans, these kids are standing, putting their hands out when you're walking back in the slap their hands. They have kids.
Yeah, just put
you know what I mean? That's it. And you and I would, regardless, win, shine, win, lose, draw, we would make sure that our fans always have that vision of us. And you've done a great job of that. But if there's any advice, now what you've said, to the next generation that are coming up and looking at you, inspiring, and I mean, have you on the wall as the poster, or literally look at you as the poster guy, what would the advice be for the up-and-comers who have maybe 1,000, 2,000 Instagram followers attempted to go a different route to their true selves? What would that advice be?
It's tough, but I would say you can't need it. You can't rely on needing fame because it's not something I don't think it's something you should ask for. It's nothing I ever wanted. I loved bodybuilding and I got into it and I slowly started to document more of it because I enjoyed it and I loved it, but I never wanted the attention that came along with that. I didn't seek that.
Because that's not you.
No, not at all. People who know me, they all know that when I'm done, I'm ready to move into the mountains with no one knows my address, no secure, no whatever, no data, no Wi-Fi, just disappear. Like I could live that life.
How do I get in contact with you?
No one can.
I want to join you.
I contact you. I'll send you a pigeon. I'll have a little pigeon.
See, you're big time now. You contact me. See? You changed. You changed. No, I'm joking out, bro. Carry on.
Yeah, no, I mean, so just because whatever you're doing with your life, regardless of people watching it, you should continue to do that. Whether the people watching you online, whether you're on video or not, same thing as when you're training to be something. You shouldn't be working harder because your coach or whoever's watching. You should be working hard because you love what you do. And if you love and you're passionate about what you do, it'll come naturally. And if you are a character and you're successful enough that people want to join that journey alongside you and watch, then you'll be grateful and be blessed that happens. But you can't force it. You can't make it happen. So I just think sticking true to who you are, finding out who you are to begin with, being that the best of your ability, put a lot of effort into it, be respectful of whatever you get from it, but don't force it, and just try and enjoy the journey and stay true to whatever you started it.
And something I'll add to that too is, and you mentioned document everything.
Yeah.
I wish I filmed more. I wish that I put more stuff out there. But, when my life story is told, whenever Netflix want to revisit me, I have oh my gosh, I got shoe boxes full of stuff when I was 19, 20, 21. I never done anything with it, but I do have it. I'm probably going to get some stuff and put it out in reels. Just start drip feeding it out.
Be cool, yeah.
Yeah, just to see some stuff. But I want to take it back to your beginning days of training and how you got into the sport. I know that you had quite the life in college, as I did. You were very popular in college. You've done a lot of different sports. A little bit of a party boy.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly stopped sports and just got turned into a party boy.
No way.
I played a lot of sports in high school, but those stopped after high school.
So take me back to the party days. I know you and I have got you've told me some stories. There were some fun times. They used to throw some big epic parties on the college campus.
Yeah.
How did you become the party guy, knowing you know as the quieter guy?
I mean, I think it was more so just the group of people I fell into.
Okay.
I was young. We had a good group of friends who had a lot of friends, and we were in college, and what else are you going to do? Yeah. We were just enjoying life. I've luckily always had just a natural instinct of just to enjoy whatever state of life you're in. In high school, I was loving it. In college, I was like, this is the only time I'm going to be able to live with a group of guys and just have little to no responsibility other than going to class and a part-time job. It wasn't too difficult. So we just enjoyed it as best as we could. And I still trained all the time. Mm-hmm. And those were the strongest I ever was somehow was when I was getting blackout drunk 3 times a week. And I'd go to the gym the next day, go to the cafeteria at 1 p.m. after I woke up, get some food in, go to the gym and squat 600 pounds.
Not a lesson was gone to, right?
No.
Yeah, it sounds like my college days.
No, yeah. I tried to catch up with the books, but didn't make it through that.
No.
But yeah, no, I mean, we're just trying to enjoy life and have the best time that we could. But of course, I knew it was a season and it was going to come to an end. I enjoyed it while it was there. When it was done, and I checked out from it. And I really don't party at all anymore. I don't really drink much anymore. I would probably might, my friends don't, my group doesn't, and we just enjoy time not being hammered anymore. So luckily we've matured a little bit, but it was a good time while it lasted. My
college days were combined with my rugby days. Yeah. So the drinking element was kind of done way before, and I kind of got it out of my system, because drinking age, I don't know what it is in Canada, but the drinking age in the UK is 18.
It's 19, yeah.
Okay, so you push, you kind of, you start at 15, 16.
Exactly.
And then by the time I was of legal age, I was like, I'm over
it. You turn 20, 21, and you're like, okay, I've had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was already ahead of the pack, and then obviously one thing you and I share the commonality on is that we started competing at 19 years old.
Yep.
You and I both went through the junior ranks. We have literally grown up in the sport of bodybuilding. Our first show being 19, because you won, which is the juniors, which I done also, and then you won the overall in your first show, beating Misters, which I done also. I won the novice, but I didn't win the overall. Sorry, just me clarify that before somebody gets in the comment section.
They remember.
Yeah, I know. These are the claim to fame, bro. You know, these guys are living living their life. But I won the novice, and these were massive classes back then. Juniors and the novice class, as well as the open class. In fact, Neil was competing back then too. But that's something you and I share. What was the things that you took from that early days? Competing as a teen, because obviously you said you stopped the partying, you got it all out of your system. Was you working with Ian at that age too, at 19?
Okay. Ian was the reason I got into bodybuilding, really. I always loved it, and I trained like a bodybuilder, and I would like to compete one day, but I had no idea of what the bodybuilding really was. Right. I just ate chicken and rice and trained, who knows? Took mutant math shakes and shit my pants from those mass gainers and all that, but got past that luckily. And then Ian came into my life, started dating my sister, and he's just like the cool jack guy of the city, the most jack guy in Ottawa, like the guy. And he's a coach as well, and he's like, yo, you have crazy genetics, like I could coach you into your first show. And Melissa was gonna do a show too, so we decided to do it together. Great. And Melissa wasn't even into competing, didn't even give a shit, didn't even really work out before him.
She didn't train?
No, she would that girl. No, she'd go to the group exercise room, close the door, and hide with one set of dumbbells and just do her whole workout hiding in there.
Holy crap!
And he got her into everything.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was training like a bodybuilder at that point, but I didn't know. So he coached us both into that first show that we did, and then we both took the overall in it. I was a junior, and then I won men's overalls, and she won women's figure overalls. And then I swear to God, to this day, she has better genetics than I do. I think she is she could take it over, but she's got more interest in that. So she's doing other things. But yeah, we got into it at 19, took it over, and just kind of fell in love with the whole process of it. And I knew I was at a point, well, I guess I didn't really commit to bodybuilding until I was 21, full-fledged. And I knew I was going to, when I qualified for the Olympia, then I came second place at my first Olympia, and I was like, okay, I can do something with this. I know I can. My parents always told me I have to get a degree, no matter what it was. To this day, my mom's like, you can still go back and get your degree. I'm like, I don't think I need it, Mom, but I appreciate it. But so when I decided that I was going to step away from school, I knew how important it was to my parents. I'm like, if I do this, this is everything. This is my life. No more partying. I still live here, but I'm not going out with the guys. I'm not missing any meals. I'm putting this isn't a lazy excuse to leave school. This is I'm putting more effort into this than I would a career in school, and this is going to be my everything. Yeah. That's what I did. And then the rest was history, The next year was a bit of a fluke. A health kind of hit me up in 2018 when I was 22, and then next year I won the Olympia, and the 3 years after that kept going. So I just locked it all in.
Thank you for watching this segment. Check out the full interview on iTunes, Spotify, or YouTube. Help us by subscribing, leave a like, comment, or a positive review. Click this to see what YouTube recommends, and this to see the full interview. See you on the next one. Out.